Today, the Aoba Josai third years are congratulating you for graduating. So it's the day of your graduation, and Maki says, "Hey, you over there. After this, would you like to go to tea with me?" You start laughing, and he says, "Hey, don't laugh at me so much." Or could it be that you already had plans? Matsun shows up, and he says, "Don't go with him. If you go with Hanamaki, it's gonna take so long." Maki says, "What are you doing, Matsun? You're barging in when I'm trying to score a cute date. Can you not stomach it?" Matsun says, "That's not it. I'm just offering some helpful advice as someone who's always out with you." Maki says, "Well, you're talking too much. This has nothing to do with you. Unless, Matsukawa, could you be aiming for them too?" Matsun says, If that's the case, what should I do?" Maki says, "No, absolutely not. Rejected." Oikawa then walks by and he's like, "Huh? Aren't you with Maki?" You point out that the two of them are fighting, and he's like, "I see. Then what about this? You ditch Maki and Matsun, and you come play with me." Maki's like, "Oikawa, you jerk. Don't kid with me." Oikawa says, "Do you like sweets? If you don't hate it, there's a cafe I wanted to go to." Iwaizumi then pops in, saying, "Oh, then by all means, let's go." Oikawa's like, "Iwa-chan, what are you doing here? I thought you got called out." Iwaizumi says, "You were gone for so long, and you didn't come back. So I came to check things out myself, and this is what I find." He then turns to you and says, "You shouldn't go with Oikawa either. You never know what might happen." Oikawa says, "Iwa-chan, you're talking too much." Iwaizumi says, "Shut up. Besides, it's true. If you don't want me to say this, act in a more reliable way." Oikawa says, "You don't have to listen to this guy with a scary face." Iwaizumi says, "It's fine. You should be careful and head home before you get caught by any weird guys." Hanamaki says, "Hey, Iwaizumi, don't just butt in and start touching them like it's nothing." Oikawa says, "That's right." Iwaizumi says, "You too. Stop bothering this person and go home." Maki says, "But I was the one who called out to them first." Oikawa says, "That doesn't matter." Matsun says, "Hanamaki, if you lay it on too thick, they'll get freaked out." Oikawa says, "That's right. You suggest that you meet in the middle and you all go out to eat together." Maki says, "How is that the middle? I didn't invite you guys out. We only have so much time left in this uniform, so can you try to be considerate?" Matsun says, "Maki is very particular about this kind of thing." Iwaizumi says, "Why does it matter what you're wearing? You're just going out to eat." Oikawa says, "Iwa-chan, you really don't understand this kind of thing." Iwaizumi says, "Either way, rather than us going back and forth, why don't we just ask what they want?" Matsun says, "Oh, good idea. I'm with Iwaizumi's plan." Oikawa says, "Either way, I'll be the one who gets picked in the end." Maki says, "Your confidence is really annoying." Oikawa says, "What?" They ask, "So? Who are you going with?"